Welcome to Our Own Voice, a partnership in mental health awareness in cooperation with NAMI Wichita and KSUN Community Radio. NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. We are the largest grassroots advocacy network for people with mental illness and their family members, with over 800 national affiliates and 15 Kansas affiliates, with NAMI Wichita being one of those 15. We provide awareness, support, education, and advocacy for people affected by mental illness. Our purpose here is to provide a community conversation on KSUN Community Radio that provides insight into what it's like to live with mental illness. Our intention and our hope is that our program will change attitudes, assumptions, and stereotypes about people with mental health conditions. My name is David Larson. I am pleased and proud to be your host today, and I am a person with mental illness. I am in recovery for major depressive disorder. Like everyone, I struggle with the ups and downs of emotions and the challenges of being fully human, but I am doing okay. In fact, I'm doing pretty good today.
I would say you're doing great.
And I know how many gifts I can offer my family, friends, and my community. Thank you very much, Mike.
You're very welcome.
It is my pleasure to introduce our guest today, James. Hello, James.
Hello.
And James, let's start off by saying, where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Wichita, Kansas, United States of America since May 24th, 1980.
Okay.
To my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Cleve Mitchell Jr. My father passed away on December 30th, 1996 in Wichita, Kansas, USA at the age of 72.
Okay. And what high school did you attend?
Wichita High School East, home of the Blue Aces.
All right. Anyone who's out there listening to us, you can cheer right now for Wichita High School East. All right. What do you do during your day to occupy your time?
I do photography.
Photography. Okay. Black and white, color, digital. What kind of photography do you do?
All the above.
All of the above. What's your favorite?
Like, what do you mean?
Well, which one do you like doing the most? Do you like the digital work, or do you like black and white photography, or do you like doing color photography the most?
I like black and white film photography and color digital photography.
So you're actually using a camera then?
Yes.
What kind of camera you got?
I have two Canon cameras.
So Canon is your brand?
Yes, they are on SLR camera, 35mm, and the digital single lens reflex digital camera, which is called the EOS Royalty 5. And for the other one, the return of the Pentax K1000 SLR film camera.
Wow, he's got some good gear.
He does.
But
That
you
is
know
awesome.
why? Because he's an expert.
He is, yes.
And,
Thank you.
You know, and you are an expert, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Not
And-
only is James a member of Breakthrough Club, he is going to be teaching photography at Breakthrough Club.
Why? Because he's an expert
Yes.
in photography.
Speaking of Breakthrough, what is it that you do at Breakthrough?
I greet someone. I greet them. Ask them how they're doing. They tell me they're doing great. They ask me how I'm doing. I say, I'm being blessed.
That's awesome. Great way to answer.
And that's your standard answer then all the time?
All the time.
That's good.
I was out there last week and I saw him working in the kitchen too.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And-
Is it do they make you work in the kitchen on occasion?
Sometimes.
Oh, really?
Sometimes not.
So everybody's got to kind of pitch in then, right?
Exactly.
And so do you take pictures of the progress?
All the time.
That's excellent.
That's awesome. So, what were you doing last week at Breakthrough in the kitchen? Were you serving? Were you cleaning up? Were you preparing the meal?
All the above.
All of the above. You were doing everything.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. That
Thank you
keeps
very
you
much.
busy.
Exactly. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
You bet. So, what else can we throw at James
So
here?
how long have you been going to Breakthrough Club then?
Since either 2014 or 2015.
So for a couple of years now then.
Exactly.
Excellent. So you like it a lot there.
I love it.
And they treat you very, very well.
Exactly. I'll make you out some friends.
And if I showed up, you'd be nice to me, and because that's the way that the organization works, right?
Yes.
Excellent, excellent.
Yes, that is awesome. Obviously, you're a good person to be a greeter and to welcoming people.
Yes. And I also answer phones.
Answer the phones. Okay, so you do some of the office work as well.
Business unit. Yes.
Business unit. Do you do any of the copying?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes
Sometimes?
I don't.
Do you do any shredding?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I saw you shredding the other couple weeks ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, that can be a really fun activity. Let me tell you.
I
shred
know
at home.
guitar players that like to shred.
Oh, do they? Okay.
I actually think people bring in stuff to Breakthrough. Is that correct, James? To be
to
it
have
shredded?
shred?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Wonderful. Well, I want to take a quick moment here to offer a thank you to our production team, David Peterson, who is our executive producer, and Mike Padilla for being our technical producer. Thank you very much, Mike and
Really,
David.
thank you.
All right. Well, this is Our Own Voice on KSUN Community Radio, and we are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back after this brief message.
If you would like to learn more about the National Alliance on Mental Illness and how you can get involved in mental health advocacy, please visit our website at NAMI.org.
Welcome back to Our Own Voice, a partnership in mental health awareness in cooperation with NAMI Wichita and KSUN Community Radio. NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Our Own Voice is intended to humanize the misunderstood, highly stigmatized topic of mental illness by showing that it's possible and common to live well with a mental health condition. Now, James, before our break, you told us that you did photography, and I want to sort of ask you some more questions about that, okay?
I'm ready to answer.
All right. You said that your favorite kind of photography was color digital and black and white film.
Yes.
Do you develop your own black and white film photography?
Yes, I did when I was in high school, colleges, and universities. And that's Wichita State University.
Okay. So you have your own dark room that you can develop stuff in, or do you use someone else's dark room?
Someone else's.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes like as a class.
Oh, okay. All right. And then the color digital photography, I assume you have a computer at home that you're able
Yes,
to
I do.
load everything in?
I download them.
Okay. And
Import them.
about how big of a file is a single picture?
Like, what do you mean?
Well, how big in way of memory?
You mean like dimensions or size?
That will work. How big are your photos usually?
Very big.
Okay, very
That's what
big.
they were talking about. Huge. They're huge.
Yeah. All right. What programs do you use on your computer for editing your color photography?
Photoscape.
Photoscape. Okay.
So it used to be that you had a little camera, and then a lot of people had these cameras. You know what I'm talking about? They called them brownies. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And you use film, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then everybody would have one. I had one when I was a kid. We all sort of had one of those. Those don't exist anymore. Now what do we have? We have a phone. So can you get a good picture? If I took a picture on my phone, could you reproduce it and give me a print of that?
I could not.
And because you can't download from my phone into your setup,
It's very difficult how I can download them from using your own phone.
I see. But it could be done, right?
It could be.
I see. But it's strange that everybody nowadays walks around with a phone in their, with a camera in their pocket because it's on their phone, right?
Exactly.
Do you use your phone for the same thing?
I don't use my phone of my own.
Okay. So, but what I'm getting at is that people can relate to photography and to pictures now more so than ever because everybody's got a camera on their phone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think more people end up taking pictures and everything because of that.
Because of that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I've
so
got a camera full here.
Do you really? Yeah. I think a lot of people do. But see, so that's going to be one of the things that I want you to think a little bit about is because if there are more people, like we just talked about, taking more pictures, one of the things that I'd like to be able to do is get you to help me figure out how I can make some prints off of the pictures that I have in my phone. We could do that, couldn't we?
It's worth a try.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be working on then in the future, right?
Exactly.
Excellent.
That sounds
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
You made yourself a deal.
I did. Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
So-
Well, so when did you get started in photography?
When I was at the age of 17 at Wichita High School East, home of the Blue Aces, as a high school senior in the 12th grade, Photography 1, taught by Edward L. Antrim, the photography teacher. He retired.
That's amazing.
Okay.
You
In
have a
midterm,
really good memory for that, right?
yes, in midterm, I got a good grade, a B, above average. And in finals, my grade moved up to an A,
Wow.
superior. Effort, superior.
That is fantastic.
And so now that's your new hobby, your new love. That's what you do now.
Yes,
So we can say, oh, well, he's a photographer.
yes. And I'm still working on my certification as a newest CPP, that stands for Certified Professional Photographer,
Oh, wow.
from PPA, that stands for Professional Photographers of America. That's in Atlanta, Georgia, USA.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't know that there was such a thing as that.
Yes, there is.
He's going to be certified here shortly.
That is fantastic.
That is.
And there is an affiliation for PPA, Professional Photographers of America. It's called KPPA. That stands for Kansas Professional Photographers Association.
Okay. Kansas Professional Photographers Association. Well, I'm going to take another break again. So
Okay.
this is Our Own Voice on KSUN Community Radio. We are talking with James, and we're going to take a quick break and be right back. Welcome back to Our Own Voice, a partnership in mental health awareness in cooperation with NAMI Wichita and KSUN Community Radio. NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Now, James, we learned during the break that you have just applied for a scholarship through Breakthrough,
Yes, I did. It's been approved.
and that scholarship is to do what?
Education.
Education where?
City Arts, Wichita, Kansas, USA.
Okay, so you're going to be doing photography education
Yes.
at City Arts.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to jump in and just mention that this is something Breakthrough Club prides itself in. As we raise money, we normally have an event once a year to raise money for scholarships, and we're so glad that James got one, and other people have benefited greatly from them too.
I didn't know that. That is pretty awesome. So David, I'm going to pull you in on this. How long has Breakthrough been doing this? Do you know?
Well, I'm currently on their what they call a Consumer Advisory Board. We've been doing it since I've been on that since 2015. but I'm sure it was going on before that.
Okay.
And they used to have events in the past few years. They've had an event on when they have the Academy Awards. They'd have kind of a gala event, and people would bring things and have a silent auction and everything. This year, I'm not going to mention what we're going to do, but it's going to be spectacular.
Spectacular. Okay. So
And when is that going to be happening? Sometime soon?
It'll be it's probably in April, I think.
Okay.
all right. So April of 2019, we can be expecting something spectacular.
Spectacular. You heard it here first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well,
it's nice to be able to talk to the folks that are members of Breakthrough.
yes.
We've spoken to several of them.
And everyone at Breakthrough has a mental illness that they are dealing with, that they are living with, that they are able to rise above and do great things. For instance, James here has been talking about photography. And James, what else can you share with us about photography?
For photography, I have taken some categories after I took levels 1 through 5 part of the DSLR photography program. I have taken A Day at the Zoo, A Day at Botanica, Christmas Lights, Shoot the Moon, Critique Class, Flash Clinic, Street Photography.
These are all your categories of your
And so-
pictures?
So what you would do then is, like, for instance, if you went to the zoo, you'd have multiple pictures of what the zoo is all about?
Yes, believe it or not, for the zoo, Botanica, and all the others, part of the photography workshops, specialty photography workshops.
Oh, I see.
And I have attended my first ever photography seminar.
Okay. That is wonderful. And so of the different categories, what is your favorite category to shoot in? Do you like landscapes more than looking at, shooting people? Do you like shooting animals? What's your favorite photography category?
All the above except for aerial, which is like above the sky.
So you don't like to go up in airplanes? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't
And
laugh, but-
nudity, which is like people
Yeah.
with no clothes on. It's inappropriate.
You can't
Fair
do
enough.
that. Yeah, that makes
Fair
a lot
enough.
of sense. Okay.
But you like landscapes.
Yes, I do.
You may become the next Ansel Adams, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, Ansel Adams is pretty impressive, let me tell
Very
you.
impressive.
I love his work.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. So pretty soon we'll be looking for James.
Yes, he has aspirations.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that'll be fantastic. Well, David, I'm going to ask you now, but I'll ask you again after our next break. What is that special number that we have that we always like to give to the listeners?
The very special number is 316-886. Here I go. I messed that up already. 316-686-1373. 316-686-1373. And that connects you to our answering service at NAMI.
It's
Okay.
1373, right?
1373.
Yeah,
That's
he
correct.
always
easy.
says 1373, and I'm always wanting him to say 1373.
And why is that?
I don't know, it just-
1373 is easier to hear and remember in your brain.
Yeah, I-
But put a 686 in front of it.
Yes,
exactly.
686.
Six.
Right.
Right,
That's
exactly.
that's what we need to do. 316-686-1373.
1373. 1373. Anyway.
Well, I guess that just goes to show the different flavors that we have here, huh?
Yes, that is. It does.
Yeah.
So we just want you to call. If you have a problem, call, please.
Yes, if you want to
Okay.
find out more about NAMI, call, because NAMI has programs going that are always free. We have classes going as well. So
And we have James here today to tell us a little bit about how the Breakthrough Club, for instance, has done wonders for you, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, this is Our Own Voice, and we're going to take a quick break. Welcome back to Our Own Voice, a partnership in mental health awareness in cooperation with NAMI Wichita and KSUN Community Radio. NAMI is a National Alliance on Mental Illness. And during the break, we asked, what else can you share with us about Breakthrough Club? And there are some things, Mike, that you mentioned, that it's warm. Is that right?
Yes.
It's a welcoming place.
Well, warm
Yes,
is
it is.
important because it's cold outside right now.
That's true. That yes.
But when we mean warm, we mean inviting. We mean
Yes.
friendly, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What else can you share with us about Breakthrough Club? Why do you keep going there?
I come in a few days, like on Friday, to help out.
Okay. Because you get to help out. You get to have a purpose.
Exactly.
All right.
Like either in the business units, or sometimes in the wellness units, or maybe both.
Okay. So you have been helping out. You've been learning. And you're going to be teaching.
Yes, on photography at Breakthrough Club's photography class.
All right. That is fantastic.
But
And-
I know all about the aperture, like the f-stops, shutter speed of the second, and ISO. ISO stands for the International Standard Organization.
Okay, so you're going to be giving them a lot of good information and teaching them about all the intricacies of photography.
Yes.
That is wonderful. Well, David, I'm going to jump back over to you. You said something about Breakthrough. What was it that you had said at the break?
Well, everybody has a purpose there. Everyone
Yeah.
comes in. They have jobs, whether it's vacuuming, shredding papers, working in the kitchen, sometimes in the right season, gardening, working out front, making the outside appearance better. But everyone is assigned a job, and then obviously they have food and the warmth of not only fellowship but also the temperature.
Yeah.
The reason that the primarily what they're doing is they're giving you a sense of purpose.
Exactly.
And if without a sense of purpose, there's no guidepost in your life, what you gonna do? You know, and that's one of the things that this is very, very helpful with people that are suffering with issues. This is what you're going to do, and this is how you're going to get helped. This is how you're going to get better.
Right. But it's a voluntary basis.
Right.
You know, James or anyone else comes in, they do it on voluntarily.
Right.
And that's what makes it even better in my estimation.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's why we're inviting everyone, if they choose, to investigate the Breakthrough Club.
Yes. All right. Well, and that leads us to something else that you're going to talk about here in just a moment. But it starts out with our 4 pillars that NAMI has. NAMI has awareness, support, education, and advocacy. And you wanted to add an extra pillar there that is very important that we're talking about.
Well, NAMI National right this year has pushing to reduce the stigma in mental illness.
That's
and
right.
that is that's basically their slogan this year, eliminate stigma. And it's stigmatized so many ways that anything we can do to reduce that so that people can, just because you have a mental illness doesn't mean you can't function and have a successful life.
That's right. Now, you have a special number for us that we had before the break at our 3rd section, now our 4th section. What is that special number again?
That special number, and again, this is not for emergencies. Emergency, please dial 911. But if you have a question about NAMI and our programs, we have a answering service, and that is 316-686-1373 or 316-686-1373.
Exactly.
But please call, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Because we do offer, as David mentioned, we emphasize education and support, and along with awareness, obviously. But we have many education classes and many support groups. And these are for not only those suffering from a mental illness, but the family member who has someone that's suffering from a mental illness. So it's I can't say enough good things about it because, for instance, our family-to-family classes that I'm currently involved in, it gives them a chance to understand what their loved one is dealing with and gives them more empathy. And with more empathy, they can be more successful in their relationships
Yeah.
with their family members.
Exactly. First Tuesday of the month, we have our affiliate meeting. Third Tuesday of the month, we have our Ask the Doctor hour at the very beginning of the time. Both those, the Ask the Doctor hour, and then we have support group on that third Tuesday.
Right. Support groups for both peers and family members.
Right. And we have a lot of programs. So, well, with that, I'm going to say thank you all for joining Our Own Voice on KSUN Community Radio. Thank you to James and talking with us, and join us for our next Our Own Voice program.
You're welcome. Stay blessed.